Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, JG Sports here, bringing you guys my NFL Week 7 predictions. So to start things off, we had the Thursday night football game that just happened a few days ago, the New York Giants versus the Eagles. I thought the Eagles were going to win, but they barely got by. They had a nice comeback win versus the Giants. They won 22-21. But yeah, the Eagles took that one. And then we got the Browns and the Bengals. I already covered this in my last video. If you guys haven't seen that video already, go check it out. I do predict the Browns to win this game. I think they're gonna bounce back and beat a pretty bad Bengals team, honestly. Next game is the Lions versus the Falcons. The Falcons finally got their first win last week, and yeah, it looks like maybe they're turning things around a little bit because they blew out the Vikings last week, which is pretty impressive. Although the Vikings have been not all that great. Um, But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Falcons at home on this one. As long as they don't choke. And then the next game I think is probably the game of the week. I don't know why it's not prime time, but it's Steelers versus the Titans. Both teams are undefeated. Tennessee's at home. They're favored by 1.5, but I think I'm gonna go with the Steelers in this one. Although I hate the Steelers as a Browns fan, they killed us last week. But I think they're just playing like a Super Bowl team right now. That defense is just so good. That pass rush is amazing. Um, I think they're gonna slow down that Titans offense, especially Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill. And then I also think, the Steelers offense is quite productive, and I really like what I'm seeing from a lot of the young receivers on the Steelers. So I think I'm gonna go with the Steelers on this one, but it could go either way. It should be a good game. Next game is also kind of a tough one. Panthers versus Saints. Panthers are 3-3. Saints are 3-2. Um, Saints are at home, favored by 7, which I think is still quite a bit. But I think I'm gonna go with the upset here. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. The Saints, every game they've played, it's just been really close. They seem to struggle to get the wins. And I think I read that the Saints, a few receivers are going to be out this game. Michael Thomas is a big one, and I think that's going to have a big impact on the game. So I'm going to go with the Panthers on this one as an upset. Next game is probably the easiest game to pick. Bills and Jets. Bills, no explanation needed. Jets are the worst team I've ever seen. Um, Next game is Cowboys versus Washington. This should be a pretty good game because both teams are struggling a lot, and it's the NFC East, which is the worst division I think in the history of football. Um, but I'm gonna go with the upset on this one too. I'm gonna go with Washington, just because I think Dallas just sucks. Their defense is god awful. Um, and now they got Dak Prescott out. I think that just ruined all the momentum on the offensive side, at least. So I'm gonna pick Washington to win this game. I think their defense is a lot better than Cowboys, so give me Washington. Next game is Packers versus Texans. Packers finally lost last week to the God, who was it? Who did they lose to? Oh, the Buccaneers. God, why can't I think of that? They lost to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Very like they got beat up. I think they lost like by 20, 28, something like that. They got torn to shreds. But they got the Texans this week. Texans are 1-5. They're struggling quite a bit. So I think I'm gonna give the Packers a win. I think they'll bounce back. I just I don't have a whole lot of faith in that Texans team besides maybe Deshaun Watson, and that's literally all they got pretty much. Them and I guess J.J. Watt. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers on this one. The next game is a pretty good game actually. The Buccaneers versus the Raiders. Buccaneers coming off a really big win last week, like I just mentioned, versus the Packers. And then the Raiders, I think they just came off a win of beating the Chiefs, which is insane. They've beat two really good teams so far, the Saints and the Chiefs. But I don't know that Tampa Bay is looking really dangerous right now, especially after what I saw last week. And their defense is looking really good too. So I think I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers in this one. I think Tom Brady will get it done, and yeah, give me the Buccaneers in this one. But that should be a really good game. Then we got the Chiefs and Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. even though they're not undefeated anymore, I think they're still a great football team. And the Broncos just don't really have an identity. I feel like they're just nothing special. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. Next game is actually a good one too. 49ers and Patriots. 49ers had a really rough start to the season with injuries, but it seems like they're getting back on track now because they beat the Rams last week. Then the Patriots are struggling a little bit these past few games. They lost to Denver last week, which is a little odd. So, I think I'm going to go with the 49ers because I think their defense is getting a little bit back on track, and I think Jimmy G's warming up a little bit. So I'm going to go with the 49ers on this one. Next game is Jaguars versus Chargers. Two pretty bad teams. Although I kind of like what I'm seeing from the Chargers rookie quarterback, Herbert. They almost beat the Saints on primetime TV. And the Jaguars are just awful in like every category, so I'm gonna go with the Chargers on this one. Next game is the Seahawks versus the Cardinals. Seahawks are still undefeated, and the Cardinals are 4-2, so they're playing pretty well too. But I think Seattle's just a top team. I think they're also a Super Bowl contending team. I like what I'm seeing from Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. They're tearing it up on offense. Their defense needs a little bit of work still, but I think I'm gonna go with the Seahawks on this one just because I think they're one of the best teams right now, and I think they win on Sunday Night Football. And then the last game is the Monday Night Football game, the Bears and the Rams. The Bears are somehow 5-1. Their defense is carrying them pretty hard. And then the Rams are 4-2. They're doing pretty well too, although they got beat up pretty bad against San Francisco last week. The Rams are at home, but that Bears defense is just really good from what I've seen. Yeah, the Rams are favored on this one, but I think I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one. They're just winning football games. They're doing whatever it takes to win, whether it's a comeback win or their defense shutting it out. They're just finding ways to win. So I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one. But yeah, that is it for my predictions for this week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you agree with? What do you not agree with? Let me know. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.